No, I'm actually on time. UK time. It's Edra Tales. Yes, this is Edra Scrolls, Ramblings of a Storyteller. I am said storyteller, Ken Boyter, and this is Grocklesnook. Grocklesnook is an imp. He is in fact the bottled imp. So if you want to go over to YouTube, not now, but after this, you can check out the Bottled Imp YouTube channel. It has over 450 videos of fancy goodness, fancy board game reviews, fancy book reviews, and fantasy film reviews. So go check that out. Also, I do have an Edra Tales YouTube channel where I export all of these live streams. So if you do miss any of these live streams and you want to catch up, then please go over to the Edra Tales YouTube channel. Not only that, I have a website. Yes, if you want to know all my projects that I do, I'm a board game designer, I'm a writer, I'm an author, I'm an actor, sing the theme tune, hum the theme tune, write the theme tune. Go to edratales.com. You can see it all there. How is everybody? Good morning, Spellsing. How are you? And what game book are you reviewing next? Look at that, Spellsing. What game book, or did you keep that top secret? And how long have you been reviewing game books? See, I only found this out. I literally found this out about 3 weeks ago. So, you know, can't believe it. You kept that very quiet, which is fair enough. Maybe you didn't want to be outed, and I've just outed you. How is everybody? Yes, so we've got a tight one today. I do have to go exactly after 45 minutes because I have a murder mystery. It's a full weekend murder mystery, and it's in Kidderminster, and so I've got a 2.5 hour drive. So there we go. So that's what I'll be doing after this. So hopefully not everybody is melting in the heat. It is so hot at the moment in the UK. Stay cool. Luckily in the dungeon here, we've got a little grill there, and they have posted a guard who is just, no, it's a dungeon. They're not going to fan us down. They're laughing at us, sweltering here in the dungeon. Absolutely sweltering. So, what have you guys been up to? What projects are you working on? What are you reading? What board games are you playing? What game books are you playing? What fancy books are you reading? Or just reading in general? I have cracked open another Lovejoy. Pearl Hanger. And it does incorporate my other passion, my other life, as a psychic medium. So I've just finished this book, On the Edge of the Etheric, and then this is the next one in line that I have to read. Well, it's the next one, you know, in the series. The other side has instructed him to help blonde, pretty Donna Vernon find her missing dealer husband. So Lovejoy went to a séance, and he was hired by a ghost, basically. So you can't get better than that. It's a Lovejoy book as well. So Spellsingers put, I'm well, thanks. Reviewed Spectra Stalkers yesterday. And now looking at a modern game book, Sean Cooper, called The 13th Vassal. Okay, that's interesting. Bear with me 1 second. Just bear with me 1 second. Just getting, see, that's the guard. Did you hear the guard? He was just by the grill taunting me, so I had to throw some of my own feces up at him to shoo him away. Alright, cool. Oh, hang on. Oh, that might be the guard now. Bear with me. Morning. Hello there. Hello. Taking the photo, you know? Yeah. Oh, 2. Brilliant. Any more?
There we go.
Excellent.
All
Thank you very much. Cheers. So obviously we get posts, we get deliveries in prison, in the dungeons. And what have I got here? What's this? Oh, I know what that is. But this one I'm not sure what this one is. Let me just... Exciting. We've got another live packaging. Hello, Lerin. Hello, Jam. How are you? Got distracted by a package. Oh, I know what this is as well. I can't show this. Sorry. I couldn't work out what it was. I can't show either of the packages. That is probably the worst unboxing you'll ever see. So there we go. Just forget that ever happened. Let's have a look at the... Yeah, so Spellsingers reviewed Spectral Stalkers yesterday. Is that an old one? Okay, and you're looking at a modern game book by Sean Cooper called 13th Vassal. I really do need... I thought I was subscribed to your channel. You've got a YouTube channel, haven't you? Is that right? What's it called? Spellsing? Can you put a link or the name of what your YouTube channel is? Because I'll do that. I could probably do that now. Lee Rin has put here, good typhoon afternoon, everybody. Yes, good afternoon to you, Lee Rin, too. Thank goodness the winds have stopped howling. But last night was like a horror movie with all the howling winds. Oh, it sounds fantastic. Spectral Stalkers. The one where you hop between planes of existence, like the D&D campaign Planescape. That one was unforgettably eerie. Oh, fantastic. Is that a Fighting Fantasy book then? We'll have to do that one. We'll have to live stream that one. Happy Mad Hatter Day. My beautiful... What's that? My beautiful... I can't read that. Bantering bibliophiles. Hello there, Jam. I always like your greetings. They are very inventive. I'm not sure I can come up with stuff like that at this time in the morning. Mad Hatter Day. Is it a Mad Hatter Day then? Is that when Alice in Wonderland was published? Yep, Lee Rin, that's the one. A classic from the FS series. Oh, what was it? See, this is why I started doing these live streams, because I realised there was a load of game books I hadn't played. And because I'm really busy creating my own stuff, I have to kind of force myself to kind of play games and do that, because I can, if anybody's creative, I can just get obsessed with creating my own stuff, and therefore just want to keep doing that all my spare time, rather than taking time out to play game books or to play board games, that kind of thing. So you do have to kind of build that in. So that's why I did these live streams, because I thought, oh, Grocklesnook's down. You got Grocklesnook down, you all right, mate? That's why it's, that's why I like doing them, because it means I actually stop and do a live stream, and play a game. Go on, Ken, show us your package. No, I can't, I'm afraid. It's a birthday present. So I don't want it to be spoiled. Oh, okay, so that is the link if you do want to check out Spellsing's reviews, and if you want to subscribe. What's your channel actually called? Because I might just subscribe now. I might just search it up. What's your channel called? Because I can't see that. Can you just type the name of what it's called and I will search that up? I will find you, he says in his best Arnold, Liam, Schwarzenegger, Neeson. It's called Spellsingers. Yeah, I thought it would have Spellsingers in it. Okay, great. So I should be able to find it from that. Let's quickly do that. Double L, singers. All right, thank you for putting that into the chat. Right, there's a few more. Spellsingers Gamebook. Spellsingers, hang on. This is what you come here for. Spellsingers Gamebook. There it is. There it is. Subscribed. Right, I've subscribed. Legend of the Shadow Warriors. Yeah, there it is. Spectral Stalkers, Keeper of the Lochley. Fantastic. Quad Portal. Wow. So my question to you is, Fight from the Dark. Yeah, we've. Oh, I see. You've literally just done the reviews 3 months ago. Yeah, of the sorcery books. Sorry, everybody, I'm just getting sidetracked. Hey, Dead of Night, Fangs of Fury, Vault of the Vampire. Yeah. Daggers of Darkness. You got to have good alliteration, I think, haven't you? Fantastic. Yeah, so it looks like you got lots of videos there. So, would you like to review To Kill a Thief? I'd love it if you would review that. That would be amazing. Original, I know. No, it's all good. It's all good. You've got to give them what they want. Oh, I see. And then you've got gamebook interviews as well. Oh, you just started to do that by the looks of it. Well, there we are. So, if you haven't subscribed or you want to check out Spellsing's YouTube channel, check it out. Because you might find the next gamebook that you want to play. I'd be honoured, Ken. Oh, that's very kind of you. Yeah. Well, when I'm ready, we'll get it sorted. Yeah, the next couple of weeks, the week after next, I might be able to sort it out. I'm all over the place. I basically, as I probably say every Saturday, I do take on too many projects, and I'm furiously trying to stop that. So obviously, because I have been taking on too many projects, and those of you that are creative probably, know the same feeling. Is Glockle snook down again? What's the matter with you? Didn't get enough sleep. He was out and about, out on the town, out on the lash, out on the swamp. He likes going back to his swamp dwelling. He's a swamp dwelling imp, really. So it's quite kind of cruel keeping him in a dungeon. It's kind of cruel keeping me in a dungeon. But the animal rights don't think of that, do they? Maybe they don't think I'm an animal. Anyway, I've got to keep this clean. Yes, so... yeah, so too many projects. So what I did over the last year is finish the projects and really tried not to take on a new project, like not to start a new project. So I've kind of got to the stage where I'm in a transitional period where I haven't really taken on too many projects. Although I've got projects on the go that I had to just say, right, I'm not working on them while I finish said projects. So one of the projects I finished, as you all know, is To Kill a Thief. And that's fantastic. And they're being sent out to the backers. And then, but get this. These are the games that I've got on the go. I've got Which Floor or Floored. They're working titles. That's a game about lifts. Co-designed with Kedrick Winks. I've got the King's Shilling, which again is another game co-designed with Kedrick Winks. Spy Cats, which is again another game designed with Kedrick Winks. What's Your Poison? Another one co-designed with Kedrick. And then No, I'm Dick Turpin, which is one I'm designing with a friend called Matt West, who goes to my board game club. So those are the ones that I had to sort of just put a hold on while I finished games such as Flat Cat, Fat Cat, because I wanted to get that ready to pitch. So that's been play tested and it's it's out there and I've sent it off to pitch. The Wonky Wand, that's another one that I wanted to get ready, and also A Christmas Carol. I wanted to get that ready to pitch. And I'm sure there's another one. Oh yeah, Misbehave, which is my B game. And so all of those are ready and they're sort of done now. Apart from Christmas Carol, I do still need to work on Christmas Carol. So I'm kind of at the point now where I can sort of do other things. And part of doing other things is marketing, isn't it? That's the age-old thing. Oh, hello, Glockle Snook. What's the matter with you today? I'm getting a bit... Yeah, there we go. He likes being roughly manhandled. I mean, who doesn't? So it's finding a working pattern of being able to do your creative stuff, being able to spend time with your friends and family, spend time, earning money. So I've got a part-time job, so I have to do that. Spending time. Marketing as well, that's the thing, you have to spend time marketing. Leaving has put a neat. I found a Japanese random draw. What's that? Random draw machine that's dispensing 90s style RPG fantasy miniatures. Wow. 2 for 50 Taiwanese dollars, which is only £2.50. £2.50 a pop. Got myself Grockle Snook like Goblin, nice. With a dwarf, a lizard man, skeleton, cinematically emerging out of the ground. Lovely, we always like that. A skeleton, yeah, coming out of the ground, and a grand prize ballerina, beautiful elf archeress. Oh, archeress. It's the luck of the draw. Oh, I see, but it's so refreshing. You can find always Japanese night markets. Oh, that sounds really cool. That sounds a lot of fun. You don't know what you're going to get. They're only £2.50 or $2.50 Taiwanese dollars. So you might as well go for it. That sounds really cool. Mystery fantasy creatures. Yeah, so I'm kind of in a nice position where I want to finish off Christmas Carol, you know, because I've play tested it and I've not made the changes, because that's obviously the whole point of play testing. And then the other thing that my priority is Rat Wife, the Rat Wife of Sleepy Eye, which you'll be pleased to know I've completely typeset the ebook, because initially Jam and I, we did these, so Jam's got his equivalent one. If you backed both mine and Jam's main projects of 2024, it was, I'm ashamed to say, I'm so late with this, then you got another game book, a shorter game book from Jam and myself. And so this one, the Rat Wife Sleepy Eye, I have finished. It's been proofread by Sally, it's been proofread by Julian, it's been playtested by Julian, it's been proofread by me twice, maybe 3 times. I'm on my last proofread because I've typeset it all. And because it's an ebook, I've put hyperlinks. So where it says turn to page, turn to entry 5, you click on that, it will take you to entry 5. So it's all hyperlinked. And I have done some filler illustrations as well. So there's 4 little filler illustrations. I haven't illustrated it. My intention wasn't to illustrate this either. And so this morning I started the final proofread. I have proofread 40 entries out of 137. So I've got just about 100, just under 100 entries to proofread. I have done the cover, but I'm not going to reveal it. How about that? So not only did you not see the packages, but you're not seeing the cover. That's what you come here for. 250 Taiwanese dollars. They are generally no cents in Asian countries. Oh, okay, fair enough. 250 Taiwanese dollars. Oops, I meant 100 Taiwanese equals £2.50. Oh, I see. So if you've paid 250 Taiwanese dollars, that's going to be £5.50, something like that. Even so, 2 little miniatures for £5.50 is pretty good. Jammers put in Yorkshire, they have by gum books. Imagine doing that, a game book. That's for you, Jam. A game book set in Yorkshire. The quest for the perfect brew. By gum, the quest for the perfect brew. You have to, yeah. The recipe for tea bags has been stolen. for the tea blend. There you go. So that's good. So once I finish that, I'm then going to email it to the backers, and then once that's been done, then I'm going to say to Troy that it's ready and available if you still want to print it. I would imagine he still wants to print it, but it's been a while, so hopefully he hasn't forgotten. Black Pudding Prophecy. That could be the that could be the series of the books. The Black Pudding Prophecy. I like that. Black Pudding Game Book. Or Black Pudding Game Books. Although I like the prophecy bit. Lerin has put it, I recommended the something like that and link Twitch, you've done it to me again. I can't read the comments. Which are said to be a true ancestors of the sword and sorcery genre. Oh, okay. And said to predate The Hobbit. Right. Well, there we go. Linkmar. Oh, there we go. Elric and Linkmar, which is sent to be the ancestors of sword and sorcery and that predate The Hobbit. Thank you very much, Lerin, for typing that out again. Elric, yeah, Lankmar and Elric. I like that. I like the sound of that. So, that's kind of where I'm at. And so my next thing that I'm going to be doing... So after The Rat Wife, I'm going to take a short break from writing game books. Then I'm going to finish off with Christmas Carol. I'll make the changes. So here's the rules, actually. Yeah, this is what I've got. This is my mock rules. So I'm going to make the changes. Then I obviously need to play test it again. So when you make changes, obviously you need to play test it just to see if the changes you made actually benefit the game or they ruin the game. And that has happened before. I remember I did like a card game for a murder mystery, little murder mystery card game. And it had always been competitive. And then someone went, oh, maybe it should be cooperative. One of the playtesters. And I thought, okay, well, I'll see. I'll give it a go. Yeah, I hadn't thought of it cooperative. It might work cooperatively. So the next time I play tested it, not with him, with a new group of people, and it just bombed terribly. Just absolutely terribly. It just didn't work cooperatively. And that's the beauty of playtesting, because you don't know until you try. You really don't, because it seemed like, yeah, that could work. I could see that. You know, because murder mysteries, a lot of them are cooperative. But this one wasn't. You know, because I hadn't built it initially as cooperative, then it didn't work cooperatively. I guess I could have changed it, but it would have been too radically a change rather than tweaking. What have we got here? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until I can read all of that, which means other comments have to come in. It's terrible. Twitch, I've still got a big menu that goes to there of all what I could do, which I never touch anyway, so I don't even need the menu there. And then that's where the end of the menus is. So all of that bit there, and that's where the chats ends. I can't read that bit. Thanks, Twitch. Anywho, so Christmas Carol. I'm going to work on Christmas Carol, and I'm going to work on all those other games, but I need to sort of prioritise which one. However, this is what happens. I don't know if you found this when you're creative. An old game that I designed back in 2024 that kind of stalled. It was working, but not quite working. And I just didn't really, and then other projects took over and I didn't pursue it. And it's just been, you know, ticking along in the back of my mind. And it's a game called Those People, and it's a party game. And basically, it's a little bit like Cards Against Humanity. And it's basically, you take a Those People card. So I'm the active player. I get 3 cards to choose from, and I might pick this one that says, those people who never admit they are wrong, even when they are proved wrong. Like, those people who never admit they're wrong. And then other players have a choice of deserve cards, and they might pick deserve to be shat on from a great height. Just things like that. There's certain things I can't read out because there's swears in there. Deserve to have a banana up the bum. That kind of thing. so there's fun deserves, there's more cruel deserves, you know. And then you get however cards. So you would say, however, peace, love and unity. However, I know they'll never amount to anything, so no worries. However, I'll take the rough with the smooth. So you're kind of creating a sentence based on what you feel those people deserve. So that kind of worked, but was it funny? It was funny, but then I also had swear words where you can... Oh, hang on, I think you saw that. Swear words where you can add a kicker, so it's swearing, which does make the sentence funnier. So what that does, though, it means that it's an adult product. And do publishers just want to publish for adults, or do they want it to be more of a family game? So that's my dilemma. So what I then decided to do, I had an idea about changing the rules, okay? And I play tested this now, which seemed to really work. It was great. They seemed to love it. So the active player gets, picks 3 cards and they choose one. So we'll read them all out. Those people who chew their food with their mouth open in public. Those people who shoot your ideas down in flames. Those people who don't listen. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, let me do that again. What you do is, the active player takes 4 cards from the top of the deck. 3, 4. And then they read them out. So, those people who wake you up and ask, are you awake? Those people who don't stop holding hands on a path so you have to walk around them. Those people who say, hey, bestie. Those people who keep walking directly towards you and expect you to move out of the way. So there's 4 cards. I'm the active player. The other players have to rank which one is most annoying to me, down to the card which is least annoying to me. Morning all, Sally. Sally was the one that play tested it. Well, her and a couple of other people. So her and her brother and his wife, we all play tested it. So you have to rank which one would annoy me the most and then which one would annoy me the least. And it was such good fun. So, and then once people have written down their answers, I then put them in rank order. And honestly, it was really good fun, because it's good fun if you know each other, because you go, yeah, those people who keep walking directly towards you, expect you to move out of the way. Ken gets really annoyed about that. He's not so bothered about people who hold hands, so I have to walk round. Yeah, that's going to be my least one. The other 2, those people who wake up and say, are you awake? Yeah, I'd probably put that 3rd. So my order would be those people who keep walking and expect you to move. Those people who say, hey, bestie. That's quite annoying. Those people who wake you up and ask you, are you awake? Yeah, that's annoying, but not as annoying. Those people who don't stop holding hands on the path, you have to walk around them. That's my least annoyed. And then each player gets 1 point for the ones that they get correct. And you keep going until you've had enough, or you've played, you could just say it's over 5 rounds. And so that seemed to work really well. So now I'm torn, because I said to them, because we played both versions, and I said to them, which version do you prefer? And it was just like, well, I enjoy both versions, so maybe have both versions in the game. So that might have to be it. I might have to, put both versions in. Okay, I'm going to catch up on some. So Fana and the Grey Mouse Lankmar, written in the 1930s, is apparently said to be the prototype of the mismatched buddy cop duo of the 20th century action film. Oh, I see. Oh, that's fantastic. So they don't really get on with each other, but they have to work together. Hi, Sally, says everybody. But and I was told that while dark and gritty Grey Mouser is not as mean-spirited as George R.R. Martin, it feels like It feels more like a grimy but fun swashbuckling thief adventure like Johnny Depp's pirate films. Oh, well, there you go. Well, that sounds good. Well, maybe that's, if it's out of copyright, maybe that could be made into a board game. Sally's played. It was a lot of fun. Those people Sally's talking about. A lot of fun. About, yeah. And I learned... I learned about Ken's secret peeves. Yeah, one that, well, I wrote the card, so I just started with what I find frustrating, you know, and those people who do this, those people who don't indicate, you know, that's war, when they're driving. But there was one that I put where it's saying those people that don't close cupboard doors in kitchens. And Sally was like, "Oh, I didn't know." Sally's guilty of that. And I went, "Yes, I've done a very good job of not getting annoyed." Those who leave Amazon bags. Those who leave Amazon without written reviews. That they're annoying. Hang on, I can't read the crucial word that you've put there, Jam. Oh, Amazon ratings. Those who leave Amazon ratings without written reviews, they're annoying. Yes, absolutely. You know, we've got Guildlands out there on Board Game Geek. We've got the Crooked Crown on Board Game Geek, and it's, I guess, if they're negative reviews. So we've had a few 3s and a few 4s, you know, and a few 5s. And you sort of go, and if they just put 3, it's like, oh, give me some context so we can improve the game next time. It is frustrating. It's like, okay, you're giving it a 3. I don't know why. It might be something that you've misunderstood about the game. It might not be. You might genuinely think, yeah, this is bad. But tell me why it's bad, you know, and then we can look into it to maybe change it for the next print run. Equally, I guess you could argue if someone gives it a 9, do I get as frustrated? Because, like, great, it's a 9. I don't need to know why you've given it a 9. So maybe it's a bit hypocritical. However, it would be still nice to say why you've given it a 9, even if it's a brief sentence, you know. Great gameplay, you know, moves quickly. I love the asymmetrical scoring. Something like that for Guildlands, you know. Or quality of product, you know, quality of the tiles excellent and the miniatures excellent, you know, so just give us something. But yeah, it is frustrating, isn't it? But I think it's the negative ones that are the more frustrating, because you feel like, well, I don't know if it's you or if it's me, you know. Like we've had people give Guildlands a negative score, but at least they've backed up why. And a lot of the time it's, oh, the guilds aren't balanced. It's like, we spent 2 years balancing all the guilds. We've got spreadsheets of data showing that the game is balanced. You know, you've played it once and only played one guild. You know, you need to master it. It's like saying if you played chess once and you lost, you'd say, oh, well, then it's not balanced. You know, like, I didn't know the combinations. It's like, yeah, but that's strategy. That's not the game. That's just you. You have to learn how to get good at a game if you're going to win. So, you know, so sometimes the review, the scores aren't justified. But then you could argue, well, that player likes games that they can master on their first turn. Fair enough, but then you'd only be playing that game once, because it's like, I did the best I could ever do at this game. There's no point in playing it again. You know, why do people play chess? Because they want to get better at it. You know, they continuously play chess to get better at it. You know, I play board games a lot, the same ones a lot, because I want to get better at it. With Guildlands, the wizards are notoriously hard to play, and both Kedrick and I, even though we designed the game, we found playing the wizards hard, but they work as a guild, you know, they work as a mechanic. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to learn how to be good at the wizards. So I played for like 5 or 6 games in a row, just the wizards. So now I'm pretty good at the wizards, and I can pretty much win. You know, I will win not all the time, but I can win as the wizards now. Hooray, says Lirin. Got the skeleton coming out of it. Hey! He's got the skeleton coming out of the ground with the sword and the beautiful elf archer for draw 2 and 3. Yes, please. I would love to see them. We'll come back for Dwarf and Lizardman tomorrow. Those people, says Sally, who start loitering by the conveyor belt in a supermarket before you've finished putting your stuff on. Right, so at the conveyor belt in a supermarket before you finish putting your stuff on. What, they're just loitering right next to you? Is that what you mean? Just trying to think how that works. Yeah. No, reread it. Yeah, the trouble is at the moment, if you type another one... Okay. Those people, start loading up on the conveyor belt in the supermarket before you've finished putting your stuff on. I still don't fully understand it. So where are you? Those people who start loading up the conveyor belt on a supermarket before you finish putting your stuff on. Oh, I see. So you're both loading at the same time. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's not good. That's not etiquette. No, you load up, and if you're waiting, if you're behind somebody, don't you start loading while they're loading. No, you got to finish it. They've got to finish it, and then hopefully they'll put the little divider in. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do, but if they do, then you can start loading up. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Sally. So the good thing about that is that if that does come up in a card, then I know that that's quite... Yes, or those who don't put the divider, yeah. Again, that's annoying. It's like, oh, okay, I'll do that, thanks. There's no actual rule about who should do that, but it's just polite, isn't it? It's being aware of your surroundings, aware of other people. There you go. Thanks. Yeah. However, those people that let you go first before you, if you've only got a few items and they've got a big trolley worth, that's cool. That's good. It's when they don't. It's if they spot you but they just carry on loading, or they start loading. You sort of think, yeah. You have a few Sally has a few supermarket-based ones. Yeah, I don't know if I put any supermarket ones in here, actually. That's a good point. Because a lot of the cards are my own peeves, but when people found out I was writing these, they actually then would tell me them, and I'd write their ones down as well. So maybe if I need more of those, I can tap into your supermarket frustrations. Well, I did also think you could have a corporate one. Those supermarkets that have fewer, that have checkouts that are card only, that sort of thing. Those supermarkets now that have facial recognition. What? Why do you need facial recognition? Those supermarkets who got rid of all their staff and then wonder why people are stealing stuff. Because you've got no staff in the shop. They can do it. You're guilty of the last one I put on. Oh, am I? Oh, I didn't read that. Those who don't put the trolleys back in the... Yes. Well, I'm going to pull you up on that one, Sally, a little bit, because you are correct. You are right. However, it's only specifically in one Tesco where I know people put them anyway. And it's that walkway bit, and people, you're allowed to put them there. It's a known thing. It's not a proper designated area, but it's a known thing. Those darn shops that only have electronic pay and no cash option. Yeah, absolutely, Lee Rin. Absolutely. So there are there are, and I thought, because I did think about stuff like that, and I thought, well, that's more of a corporation, that's a company policy, not a those people, because wouldn't make sense. Those people who only, who don't accept cash as an option. So I had to kind of not put them in as much as I wanted to. But yeah, no, absolutely. And it basically, those companies that have made things worse and not thought about the customer experience, like having a choice of cash or card, car parks, a lot of them now are just app only. It's like, well, I can't park here then. Sorry, I'm not going to download an app. Sorry. And if you haven't got a phone, what do you do then? Yeah, I think the sequel, yeah. I did think about that. Those organisations who, yeah, exactly. I did think about that. Yeah. The thing about that, though, is I don't know how many I could think of. I mean, there are a handful. We've just listed a handful there, but I don't know if might be hard pushed to come up with that. However, it could be that you could do a localized version of this game, because there will be pet peeves that are basically to do with cultural things. But I think the game would have to, obviously I have to get the game published first, but if the game did really well, then there would be enough money or incentive for a company to actually want to do their own language version of it, and then have to do a bit of research, or they'd have to change some of the cards because some of them just might not make sense. So there we go. So that's kind of what I'm going to be working on. Those people making those tweaks to the rules there and then playtesting it again. I am going to take it to my murder mystery tonight, and I'm going to see if the actors, after the murder mystery, want to play it, because we do have a drink afterwards, after the evening session. So they might not. I'm not going to force it on them, which was a shame, because the last weekend one I did a couple of weekends ago, they did ask, "Oh, have you brought a game?" And I was like, "Oh, no." So I should have done. Those damn game companies that discontinue exactly, physical discs and go digital only. Absolutely. Yeah. And the subscription based model, you have to be careful of that one. So there we go. 43 minutes past. So that's kind of, so I'm in a nice position where I don't feel as up against it. And the other thing, which does mean that I can now focus again on my psychic mediumship, so I can start putting more time and effort into that. I've already started I've got a mailing list, and I've been emailing people, that have had a reading with me before, the next availability. So for the rest of July into August, I did that last month as well, and I got a few readings from that. So, that hopefully I can build that up as well. 76 minutes to 12. Yeah, I like the way you've put that. That's nice and easy to work out, isn't it? Exactly. You're not wrong there, Jam. You're not wrong. So that's about it. It's all going pretty swimmingly. Don't forget, you can buy Jam's games books. Have you got them on a website, Jam? Literally immersive. Oh, I can never remember the name of your game book series. Put a link up, Jam, for your game book series if you haven't already known about James's game book. Literary immersive game books. Is that it? All on Amazon. Okay, there you go. Have you talked about your pictures. My pictures? Oh, the filler ones. Shall I? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Okay, so Jam, if you type in literary immersive game books into Amazon, you should see them all on Amazon. Let me show you a... Okay, I'll show you one filler. I'll show you one filler. I have mentioned them, but I haven't shown them. Let me show you a filler. So, because this is the rat wife of Sleepy Eye, just like the Pied Piper, she has a pipe. She has a pipe, not one that you smoke through. There we go. Now this printout isn't sharp; it's a bit blurred. So if it looks a bit blurry, that's why. Oh, there you go. Jam has put a link to his game books. jamsplace.co/books. I like that. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's got that sort of medieval feel, the sort of ethnic feel. Yeah. Oh, an ornate melodical instrument? Yes, absolutely. Instrument. I like that too. Great detail. Yes, thank you. Well, the thing about wood, keep it clean, is that it's relatively, well, it is easy to create a wood pattern because it's just little lines. And every now and again you put like a little knot in. So you just kind of do that. So it, you know, and if you want to create a 3D effect, you put the lines closer at the bottom of the top because then it looks like it's shaded. Just a little tip for you there. So yeah, so it is relatively easy to do that, you know. Can we see it once again? Yeah, you can. The flute. Yeah, you can. There you go. Now, I'm not a musician, so I don't know if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes is enough. I'm assuming there's one on the back as well. I've not really gone into too much detail in the book about what the pipe is like. So yeah, so musically wise, it might not be able to play like all the melodies that I kind of that I claim that you can play in the game book. Well, just like the 80s. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, I wanted, it's got to fit my universe. I did actually start doing one that had a more modern mouthpiece, and I was like, no, that looks too much like a recorder. 6 hole for most wooden imps. Oh, I see. Bamboo flutes on Earth. Right, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe there's one at the top. Have I put one at the top, or is that just a smudge? Can't quite tell on this, but there might be one there. In fact, I think there is one there. So let's say there's 6. I don't know why you'd have one here and one here. Don't know. Doubles up as a blowpipe, yeah. And one on the top for the air to go. Oh, I see. Right. I did reference pipes. I did look at pipes. And I know with the recorder there's one on the back as well, but obviously you can't see that. So I thought, well, yeah. But I wasn't really paying attention too much about how many there are. So there you go. Definitely need a blowhole. Yeah, well, I've got one here, and I'm assuming there's one on the back as well. There we go. So thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I've got to go because I've got a long journey. Thank you so much, Lirin. Thank you, Jam. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Spellsing. Thank you to anyone else that was watching. I do appreciate it. I used to play the bamboo. Oh, did you? The bamboo flute. Hence my fondness for the... Oh, yeah, the jig spell in sorcery. Ah, there you go. Fantastic. Well, enjoy. You need to dust down your bamboo flute and give it a good blow. Keep it clean. Right then. He's just too tired to be bothered, isn't he? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Jam. Yep, happy Splatter Day, everybody. Yeah, stay cool, drink lots of water, and drink lots of booze. Until next time, may your thieving never get caught. Next time is Wednesday, 7:15 PM, where we're going to do, I think it's session 9 of Sorcery Book 4. Good night, everybody. Take care.